Some are calling this the Star of Bethlehem conjunction.
God was sending us a signal. Are we watching? Are we listening? The King is coming, church. Prepare to meet the Son of God.
Mark and Michelle, a lot of folks taking to social media to describe what they saw around 8:30 this evening, saying it was a huge, bright blue-green light in the sky.
Taking a return downtown the field at Pelican Ballpark. The cleanest ballpark in this wonderful country. Our Waste Industry Luxuries are now coming around with recycling bags. Please recycling bottles and or cans with which you may be finished. Thank you. All right, fans, it's time to sing on down to Hannah, who can find the first place dugout with our contestant tonight. Who'll try their hands with the casino. Hit it or hold it. Oh, Hannah!
Sky watchers flooded social media with pictures and video of the bright flash of light. Most say it was probably a meteor, but experts can't agree. Some believe it was an aircraft contrail, while others think it was space junk.
Because of its speed, it's most likely going to be space junk. Meteors will tend to be, they're moving about anywhere between 16 to 30 kilometres per second.
Nothing has been found on the ground, so the mystery may never be solved.
Just looks like north of the bridge of the bus there. Dead seagulls all over Jefferson. Take a look at them. They're seagulls that are hit by cars. Some of them are left for dead. There's one that was hit just a minute ago.
things I've seen in my life. Massive amounts of food. Look how many. They just washed up everywhere. Yeah, all down the beach. Oh my God. Look at that flounder. Look at this, guys. This is insane. This is insane.
A picture-perfect day along the Lake Erie shoreline until something frightful began surfacing from the deep Wednesday.
We were all just sitting here like, what the heck is happening? What is this? What's going on?
Northeasterly winds pushed the rolling waves westward, right into Sheffield Lake.
It looked like there were whitecaps, but they were a bunch of dead fish.
A lot of dead fish.
Turning the boat launch and beach into a watery grave.
There were just piles of dead fish everywhere, and guys were burying them.
Pretty disgusting.
All of them sheep's head, also known as freshwater drumfish.
If you look out past that pier, there's one out there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them right now.
Mayor Dennis Bring was immediately concerned and began contacting both the EPA and ODNR.
This is obviously our drinking water. We want to make sure it's safe.
The Ohio Department of Natural Resources is keeping an eye on the situation, but says at this point it does not appear to be linked to either the nearby power plant or any sort of disease, because they say if that was the case, multiple species
there is
would
a
be
massive fish kill on Puget Sound that has beachfront residents worried something is wrong with the environment. KOMO's Keith Eldridge reports from the shoreline in Mason County.
Everywhere you look,
a mace. You know, I said, what is this?
Hundreds, if not thousands, of dead fish.
Poor things.
Washed up on the shores of Case Inlet at Belfair.
It's sad. It's really sad.
It has residents worried about what did this.
I don't know what happened to them.
I don't know.
People who live along the beach say the fish started showing up a couple of days ago.
I saw a little bit come in, and it's like, what is that shiny stuff in the water?
That shiny stuff turned out to be a massive fish kill, with the tide leaving the carcasses stranded on the beach and even higher up during high tide.
Oh, yeah. They're all in the tall grass. It's so sad.
You don't see them every day. It's just a whale being beached. He's sick.
It's rare and certainly tough to see. Last Thursday, we told you about this 10-foot pilot whale found stranded on the coast in Taylor County.
And now we're learning it wasn't the only one. Researchers are trying to figure out why this is happening. Erica Fernandez is in our studio with more on that. Erica?
Ben, Julie, researchers are starting to think that there may be something wrong with the species. Now, these animals, they travel in groups, and if their leader is sick, there's a good possibility the pack is just following behind. Now, over a 4-day period, rescue teams and FWC responded to 10 different whale strandings in Taylor and Dixie counties. And of those 10, only one was saved. The mammal found washed ashore in Hagen's Cove last week in shock for hours before vets deemed it too sick to save, and it was euthanized. 8 others also found last weekend, but none surviving. Researchers now looking into what's causing the whales to beach themselves and if and how they can be treated.
What is known for historic stranding is that this kind of species does not strand alone. Sometimes when there's a whole population, the leader of the population is sick and the whole population follow and strand together with the leader.
Now, these 10 strandings in our area come just 2 weeks after another pilot whale was found stranded in Siesta Key. This picture taken from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Facebook page. Now, Blanco tells me it's very uncommon to find these types of mammals on the shores, but if you do come across one, do not push it back into the water. Call 911 immediately because something isn't right and it needs help. But they say it could take a few months before the necropsy results are released.
still shaking. What about the flowers? Okay. And the clock is still rocking.
That's what, 5 minutes later?
We've got today's other top stories.
That's right, and we begin with a rare and strong earthquake that jolted Montana overnight. The magnitude 5.8 quake briefly knocked out power, tipped over shelves, broke glass. It is the largest quake in that region in 20 years and was felt as far away as Spokane, Washington.